Hello everybody, Sheriff Snowtrooper here, and today I will be teaching you how to paint simple flames for your Warhammer 40,000 or any miniatures of any other miniature range. You can paint many types of fire. Today I'll be showing you specifically how to paint green warp flames. So to start off, you're going to want to apply white paint to wherever you want your warp flames or fire to be. I have already applied my paint, but I'm simply showing you how to apply white paint. You want to apply it to anywhere that you want to be glowing or have the fire effect on it. That includes the flames themselves, but also make sure to hit the spots where the flames are actually coming from. For example, on this Death Guard mini, the little holes in the flail, I believe is what it is, the little holes in the flail would also be glowing, seeing as that is the source of the flame. The next step that you're going to want to do is take a wash or a shade of some kind. Contrast paint might honestly work, of whatever color you're going to want your fire to be. For this model, I chose Bale Tan Green because I will be painting green warp flame. You're going to want to grab a decent sized brush and just dip it in there, dunk it completely. Take it and just cover the flames with the wash. At some point, if you look closely, you will see me realizing that the white paint from the stage prior had not fully dried yet. This was a mistake that I realized and was like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I did fix it, however, that is important to make sure that your white paint has fully dried between stages. You're going to want to apply this green anywhere that there is white that you want to be tinted green. So all of it, pretty much. Once you have fully coated all the white and green, let it dry first, obviously, but it should look roughly about this. So the next step you want to do is apply a black paint. I chose Apple Barrel Jet Black because it's cheap and a relatively good paint. And you're going to want to pour it into a palette and dilute it a smidge with water. You're going to want to take a medium-ish sized brush, and what you're going to want to do is apply the black paint just to the tips of the flames. You can go as much as you want depending on how clean or dirty you want the fire to be. This is a Death Guard model, so personally I don't think the flames that they're burning is going to be the cleanest for the environment. So you're just going to want to tickle the tips of the flames, or just engulf the tips, but you don't want to do too much. If you overdo it, then the effect will not look as good and it's not going to be as convincing. Your green fire will just be a black fire. Now, another important note for the smoke is that you want the tips of the flames to be the darkest part, because that is where the smoke is going to be the thickest. A big thing is to make sure that your blending is relatively smooth, but it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. Fire is not going to be a very clean transition, especially if it's turning to smoke. It's going to be really, really rough. Or not so much rough, but more so patchy. So you're going to want to make it look relatively patchy, but make sure that the tips are the darkest. Should look roughly like this once you're finished. So once you finish that, take your white paint of choice. Mine is AK Intense White, I believe. And what you're going to want to do is you can thin it a bit, but don't water the white down. Take a medium-ish sized brush. And what you're going to want to do now is take the closest parts to where the origin of the flame is on the model and paint them white. So what you're going to want to do here is highlight it, but don't traditionally edge highlight. Get basically all the parts that would be hot and paint them white. The hottest part of the fire is always going to be the start of the fire, and it fizzles out towards the end towards smoke. So you want to make sure that the brightest part of your white, the brightest part of your flame is as bright white as possible. This is going to include the centers of the areas of the flail, the little holes in it, and the part where the flame comes out of the flail. And after that, you're pretty much done painting your flames. So I hope you have enjoyed this quick little tutorial how to efficiently and effectively paint flames. Obviously, everything said here can work with any color of fire, whether it's warp fire or normal fire. It depends on what shade or wash you use. So I hope you have found this video to be entertaining and useful, and I hope you have learned a new skill from it. I hope you have learned that painting fire is not as challenging as it seems. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe if you feel like it, comment your thoughts, give a follow. Thanks for watching. And if you would please consider checking out my Instagram page, it would mean a lot to me. Link in the description.